Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Auto Transport Intel. It is Thursday. It's noon Central Time. That means it's time for Dispatching Live, where we're going to search the load boards. And this is for dispatchers, carriers, family members, even brokers that want to see the other side. What the carriers see, what the dispatchers see, what it's like to put a route together, and then questions of what are some of the best techniques of booking loads, how do I find the best loads, all that stuff. So what I want you to do is do me a favor. After you leave a like, thank you so much for doing that. You see that share button below this video? If you click share and click copy, you can grab that YouTube link, text it, email it, share it on social media. We're going to be live for the next 90 minutes, and we want you to join us. We want you to jump in the live chat, say hello, and if you've got a question or advice, you want to promote your company, maybe you got a load that needs to be moved, maybe you got a customer you're trying to take care of, we want to hear from you and we want to help. And like I said, we know there are folks right now staring at the wall, scratching their head, trying to figure out what to do. Should they cancel the load they just booked? Should they have asked for more money? Does it keep you up at night? Let us know. And listen, if you need help, if you're just starting out, you're trying to grow your business, by the way, I'm not saying you can get rich. Nobody here says you're just going to get rich. No. But go to autotransportintel.com, click on sign up, become an ATI insider, get on the email blast, talk to Ty, join the roundtable, and we want to help you. Oh, mic check 1 2. How's the audio? Looks a little low, actually. Okay, I don't want to be too loud. I don't want to be too soft. Perfect. And so that was Sue. Here, check this out. Sue, can you see me and hear me okay?
Yes.
All right.
I can hear you and see you, okay? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can see the central dispatch load board screen. Sue, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. It's been kind of crazy still. I mean, people are like last Friday, for example, we must have had 4 or 5 vehicles that either were not there when we called to verify. Thank God we, verify it, or they ended up canceling on us before we even got there. It was just crazy. And it's been kind of weird this week too, with like loads being not where they're supposed to be. And there's a lot of transporters listing cars too. Whoa, there's a segue into what we had with the YouTube video you sent to me. So,
Did you like that?
was that Kendall? Yeah, with Kendall. Isn't that who it was?
Yeah, yeah. You know what? I think I said that what I need to do is keep talking. I'm gonna find the video.
Okay.
And
Okay.
yeah, tell us what are you talking about? Yeah, this is a good one.
Well, we've had lots of, I don't know what the deal is, but I've been finding lots of transporters listing cars this week again, which is what we're going to also discuss, which is illegal. You have to have a broker bond. You have to be a broker to list cars, although Central Dispatch is allowing it to happen. And it's kind of funny why we're talking about this is Jay got a video sent to him, I believe, or you found it, for a transporter that got screwed over by another transporter for not getting paid. And the funny part is I've dealt with both of those transporters that they've hauled for
I
me.
figured.
Yeah. Now, the one that he was complaining about hasn't hauled for me since 2013. Kendall's hauled for me recently, I believe, like in the last year or so.
Okay, cool.
Um, but this does happen all the time when he's talking about where the transporter lists a car, they don't pay the driver. Of course, Central Dispatch doesn't do anything about it because they say they don't have anything to do with any of that stuff. In fact, I gave Jay a front cover page. If everybody knows, just on Central, they put it out in big, bold letters. We don't deal with that kind of thing.
Yeah.
However, if you're going to let transporters list cars on Central, then you have to be aware that you should be dealing with it because they shouldn't be allowed to list the cars if they don't have a broker bond that we can file against to get paid.
Convenient, right?
So
That's
obviously
pretty
that's
convenient.
yeah, that's an issue. I did ask. I sent Kendall, and I didn't get a response, but I said, did he want me to mention something to Abby Tan because they're the Mannheim Research Group for Central. So I thought I might say something about it to her, about it.
Yeah, I just put it up on the
There you
screen.
go.
So yeah, you go to Central Dispatch. What is happening here?
And this is about damages. This is about damage issues. Like they're not going to get in the middle of it. If someone damages a car, you're going to have to go after them for damages. It's kind of the same concept about payment.
But
They're
that's
just
the thing.
basically hands off.
And aren't they? Aren't they in
They
general
shouldn't.
setting a tone on really any issue?
Yeah.
If you have an issue, I mean,
Yeah.
I might
Don't call
be,
us.
I might right, I might be interpreting, but I think that this is the general consensus. Don't call us. We won't call
Yes.
you.
Yeah. You got to deal with it yourself, moving
Yeah,
on kind of thing.
handle it yourself.
I don't know
What's
if
your
it's,
take on that? How do you
I
feel
mean,
about that?
I think that if we're sitting here paying this kind of money to people, this is just my personal opinion, they have to have some kind of ownership in this process. Now, maybe not so much with damages, but for letting transporters list cars that we can't go after because there is no broker bond, then it shouldn't be being allowed to be put on there. Now, I know not all transporters list cars that are billings. A lot of them list them as CODs. I kind of let those kind of slide, but they still shouldn't be listing cars. They're not a broker. And either way, if it was COD and you showed up there and of course they don't have the money, because I've had that happen before on a transporter load, and then they're like, oh, well, we'll send you the money via Cash App. So then you're still playing the waiting game of, are you really going to get paid? Now, that also happens with import exporters. There's nothing you can do with that. It also happens with dealerships. You can't do anything about that either because they don't have broker bonds or anything you can go after either. But at least they are allowed to do what they're doing, whereas transporters are not in any way, shape, or form. Now, if we're going to put it that way, though, technically, shouldn't import exporters and dealerships have some kind of bond that we can go after? It's kind of the same concept. So I would think they would. Now, dealerships do put up a bond, but it's for if they sell like a lemon to somebody or, bad business practices. But I've contacted a dealership that never paid a transporter of mine, and I contacted the bond. They did nothing. They ignored me. I got nothing back on it. So I assume they're saying that's out of their realm of what that bond covers. I don't know why it would be. There are rules, just so everybody knows. You can put a lien against a vehicle that you've hauled and haven't gotten paid for, but you have to have all the proper documentation, which means usually the title, the VIN number, that kind of thing. And we don't always get that stuff. So that's your downfall on that part. Now, import exporters, you usually always get a title, but you usually turn it into the port. So it doesn't do you a lot of good if they're going to send it overseas, because that guy overseas isn't ever going to know about what you just did. And I'm sure lots of people out there have had this problem with taking cars to the port. The port didn't accept them because, there was a windshield broken. They have all these rules. And this just happened to Jalissa, in fact. And he took 3 vehicles from Arizona to the Houston port. And of course, we saw the picture of the port how many miles back was it? Anyways, he went there 2 days to deliver these cars, and out of the 3 vehicles, only 1 made it into the port. He made them take the other 2 to a port warehouse to get fixed, I believe, and refused to pay Jalissa because they weren't delivered to the port and they'd left the titles at the port. So that kind of stuff you want to watch out for. That's why I don't do the ports. It's just a pain in the butt. And they change the rules all the time as to, what they'll accept, what they won't accept. I know a lot of people do port drops. I just do not. I don't believe in them. I don't think it's worth the money. He may have got paid decent to go there. I don't even think he got paid decent to go there. It just wasn't worth it to me. I think he paid from Arizona to Houston. I think he got paid $1,800. I don't know if that's that decent to go to the port and wait for 2 days.
Well,
I don't know.
on the warehouse thing, you make me think it is. It's kind of, there's something weird about it. It should just be a business model, but it's not. It's like they kind of game you. Yes. Not all of them. Not
the guy actually.
But
he actually told the driver the hood wouldn't shut all the way. And see, one of the rules is the hood has to shut.
Right.
He told the driver to stand up on top of the hood and jump up and down until it slammed shut.
Oh my God.
So
that's kind of, thank you. That's a good example of what I'm trying to say, because I'm not just trying to paint this broad shady, but that's okay. Well, that's kind of shady. Now I get it. It's a vehicle. It has problems, but are you serious? This isn't right. This isn't the
Yeah,
1800s
and he knew
anymore.
it.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
and
Somebody knew
that's what
that.
I told Jalissa. I said he knew what he was doing when he did what he did to you guys. And Jalissa knows. She knows I don't send anybody to the port, and she told the driver that, but he wanted to do it. So at that point in time, it's not on us anymore. It's on what he decided to do. And she's still dealing with this, trying to get him paid. And
Speaking
I
of,
will say,
yeah,
go ahead.
no, please.
When I looked up the I looked up the importer exporter, he didn't have negatives for non-payment. So I think she's gonna get paid. It's just a matter of trying to get the titles. And I don't know why the driver screwed up. He left the titles there at the port. I don't know why he did that when they didn't accept them. So he should have taken them to the next place. So they're demanding those titles brought to the next place before they'll pay him for the other two loads. So it's kind of a screw up on both parts, if you know what I mean. But
Yeah, well, that's the thing. So, but I don't think this is a two-way screw up. So I put on the screen, this is Jason's video of a broker. Oh, and you
okay.
can't read the name of the broker. How cool. Because I don't want to get in the middle of this as far as me or ATI, but we are
Right.
reporting the news on this video that was posted.
Right.
And this is a
Yeah.
situation where, well, and I put in the link just so you know in the live chat. I wrote, "What is the deal here?" and I posted this YouTube video link. Sue, what's going on in this video?
Okay. Well, it does say who the guy is right there, Jay.
Now, actually, but you can't
um
read it because my logo's
so
on top of it.
oh, it's on the bottom though, right here. I don't know if you see it. Right. That's the name of his video right there. You don't see that?
Oh, is it there? Oh, that well. Now you just showed it. Oh, there it's on his screen. Okay. So, anyways, all right. Anyways, moving on.
Anyways,
All right. So keep
so
going.
so from what I'm understanding from this,
His
J
video,
and J Transport
allegedly.
listed a car,
Yes.
and yes, and he took the vehicle and has never been paid on it. And I mean, this happens. That's what sucks. He also says that he ran their USDOT and their FMCSA number, and they're listed as inactive, and why they would still be on Central Dispatch. I don't understand that either. I'm with him. They should be pulled. That's part of what they're supposed to be doing, is verifying all this information. I didn't go in and verify what he put up there. I do know that they're still on Central because I did go look at the company. And the weird part is he's only got like 2 negatives just recently for non-payment. So
Yeah, actually,
I
when
don't know if he's not going to pay.
when Jason went to show, yeah, here he's showing his negatives, and there weren't as many as I thought there was gonna be.
No, I thought it was going to be just a whole slew of them, and there
That's
was
what
only
I thought
2,
too.
or well, a
Which
total
made
of
me
5 of all
wonder.
time.
Which
Yeah,
made okay. That brings
yeah.
us to all right. So I'll take that off the screen. Which brings us to so, and you can share your screen whenever you're ready.
Okay.
What do you think happened here?
Um,
I mean,
I
what
think maybe
really
they're
happened?
just slow playing him because he pissed him off. That's what I kind of thought might be going
Okay,
on. Um,
slow playing
which
him because he pissed him off. Tell
you
us
know,
more about what that.
yeah.
Yeah, tell us more. You think they're eventually going to pay or
Well,
what?
because I think they might eventually pay, because I think whether Central gets involved or not, like I told him, I said, did you send an email? Because, when you put requests to Central, there's different ways to send it. And of course you can call, but you know as well as I do, they don't ever answer the phone. But I think if you called them a couple times, you might get a response, and also put in this information that they don't have their MC is inactive, their FMCSA is inactive. That's why I said I would ask Abby Tan if there was something to do about it. She's the Mannheim research lady for RAT and Central and everything else. I didn't hear back from them yet, but I think something needs to be done. They shouldn't be listing cars, for one. They're the transporter. That's the number one thing. And two,
Wait,
if they're definitely not paying people, they should be pulled.
did
And
you see?
if they're not active, go ahead.
Exactly. What do you think of that inactive information he shared? How interesting is that? What's up with that?
Yeah, they should. Well, and it happens. I've had it happen.
Okay.
I've
So they're just
had a load on
temporarily
there.
inactive?
It didn't say temporary. It says they were inactive, period.
That's
when
what
I
I'm
did
saying.
it,
Like,
on
what
the,
is?
why should they be on there?
I honestly, when I'm watching that video, I'm thinking, what is going on here? He can't get paid. They're inactive. What are they running at night? What is going on with this business? is what I thought.
Well, yeah, and it shows him like he saw them picking up cars. The video said he just went by
It
them
just
and
passed
they
him.
were
I
picking up
know.
cars there.
And
And
he
of course,
shows the truck, and
yeah,
that video
yeah,
is really interesting,
yeah, it is.
isn't it? It's
And
like,
maybe he should send that to Central
I
instead.
thought that was one of the most interesting hotshot videos I've seen in a while. Because
Yeah,
I don't get into the
yeah,
money stuff, like gonna go get that
right,
money and all that. I just get that really bores me. Because here,
right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Who wants to go get that money, right? Get that money, 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 money. Okay, that's so boring.
Yeah.
But this video is
Well,
none of that. This video is I can't get that money, and this is the company that's not paying me for the cars I hauled. It's fascinating.
well, and also,
I gotta calm down a little bit, I think.
so I don't know if everybody realizes this, but you can go and look at certain companies and see what they have listed. So, am I going to get in trouble
She's
by
doing
doing
a
this?
search. Cool.
Let's see.
This is investigative reporting. And see, and you know
They were
what?
out.
Isn't this the media? This kind of that video and what we're talking about, isn't that what people really want to know about rather than, the
Right.
philosophy of, getting rich every day?
They were out of. I thought they were out of Florida. Weren't they?
The
They
philosophy
don't have anything listed.
of getting rich every day. It's funny.
No, they're out of Greenville.
That's what he
South
said.
Carolina.
That's what he said. They're out of
Okay.
South Carolina.
All right, so I looked up the wrong search, so let's go look.
And by the way, none of the opinions here are expressed by anybody. They just happen to be random or whatever. Blah, blah.
Yeah.
Blah blah, Jay. Blah blah.
Blah,
I
blah.
know, right?
Blah, blah, Jen. Blah, blah.
J and J.
Is it true that you blah the blah? I think that's a,
You know
what's that
what?
Canadian
It won't
saying?
let us. It won't let us see it. Is it because they're not a broker? So it works on that, but it doesn't work on the loads. That's weird. These are all the listings for J and J, and this is not it.
John, it's
So
Jensen's
I
Broker Show.
think-
Can't search 'em?
It
Is
will
there not
only
a
list
broker?
brokers. Yeah, yeah, that's crazy though.
Oh man,
You're
that's
gonna let
funny.
them list a car, then,
So then-
you should be able to pull it up.
So then you email that to Central, and what will they do? Redirect you to the homepage. Dear blah blah, read our blah blah on our home blog. Thanks for playing.
Is it something? Can I help you with?
Well, because-
Allegedly, I'm kidding. That's an opinion, and I'm
You
kidding.
know, here's the thing. When I send in, when I complain to Central about this kind of stuff happening, I send over the loads listed. I just copy and paste the whole thing and I say, okay, here's another person listing cars. I've never gotten a response back, just so everybody knows. I do this all the time, but I never get a response back about it. So we can, okay.
By the way,
Silverman,
yeah,
Yes, you can.
yeah,
I-
Sue
yes,
is a
I'm a
licensed
broker.
broker. Unlike
Yeah.
many that post loads, Sue is a fully licensed broker.
Yes.
Thanks for
I
playing.
do both. I'm a dispatcher and a broker.
Well,
but-
it's funny you say that,
Um,
and that's actually why because we were just talking about that. I listed you as a dispatcher, and you know how many people will lose their mind if you put broker and dispatcher in the same. But you are a broker and a dispatcher. You right there. You
I am,
just
I do
blew up
both.
an entire
And
Facebook
technically-
thread. She
Well, not
is a
necessarily
broker
because they're
and
saying
a
that-
dispatcher. Go crazy.
yeah,
Sorry.
they say that unless you're a broker, you can't be a dispatcher. So I am. So there you have it. Because I know, isn't it Ziggy that's still going wild about broker
Yes.
dispatchers and all this
Yes.
other stuff on Facebook? It's a regular thing every day, I think.
So
um,
I don't know if it's him anymore, but there's definitely some super truckers. And there I said it.
I don't know. I get
There I said it.
I get that link every once in a while, and I thought it was Ziggy, but maybe it's just his auto transport.
Well, I'm gonna let him off the hook because he
one,
runs the
but-
group. I honestly don't know, but I think we've done a
Yeah.
lot of damage to that conspiracy propaganda, which is good because it's nonsense. It's like
Yeah.
it's like calling a pandemic a
Yeah.
hoax. Just stop already. It's not a hoax.
Yeah.
Dispatching's
Yeah.
not a hoax.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Why is
Great.
it rare
Here
to
come
see
the
large
letters.
car haulers?
Better get the mailbag ready. Ooh, JD.
So JD
Why is it
just
rare
asked-
to see large
Yeah.
car hauler fleets? Why is it rare to see large car hauler fleets? Sue?
So is he meaning like
That's what I was
who
gonna
are
say.
we talking like United Road? Or are we
Yeah.
talking about
That's
like
what is he
or
talking
you just not
about?
seen him on the road?
Right. I thought you're having that. I knew you were gonna ask the same questions I'm asking. Because JD, we're
'Cause
looking for a
I
little
see 'em.
clarification. What do you, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I see him.
I
like
see him
CAR,
on the road.
dude. I see CAR all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
I see
I
United,
see United
Road.
Road.
I saw a CarMax the other day.
Yes. And it wasn't who's the one we were talking about the other day? Starts with a J. Jack Cooper. He has fleets, doesn't he?
Jack Cooper, see them
Jack
on the
Cooper?
road. Agreed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe he's not near an interstate.
So I mean, you got to hit. You're going to only see him in major cities, but
Okay, well.
oh, he's saying 100 plus trucks.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
United Road does have 100 plus. Trucks.
That's because managing over 100 trucks is really a pretty wild thing.
Yeah.
And here's the thing.
100 plus trucks. You're going to be a big, huge company like United Road, and United Road aren't necessarily their trucks either. They or what sub outs or whatever you want to call them, where they drive underneath lease outs. Isn't that what they call
What
them?
are you doing?
Lease underneath that. So, you're going to see a lot of United Road. Any of the big companies, like he was talking about, CRA do have that big of car. There's probably 100 plus, but they haul a lot, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of OEM, like brand new cars from rail yard to, dealerships, that kind of thing. So, all right. Does anybody have anything we want to look up? Probably not, because there's so many loads on the board. And I don't know if anybody's having trouble finding cars. We still are not. We're still moving. I will say that Dallas has slowed down quite a bit. We were picking up loads left and right out of Dallas, like 3-packs, 4-packs, and it's gone down out of there. Now,
You're not going to
Florida,
believe
I think
this.
It's still hot.
I just
What?
got a phone
Who was
call.
that?
I just took a phone. Yeah, thanks for taking over. I just got a phone call from that was Don, my old driver Don, and he didn't know I was live right now, and he was looking for somebody to maybe move a piece of equipment from Kansas City to Florida. So I just told him to call Ty. But isn't that?
Yeah.
I love how the network just kind of. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, it works that way.
Yeah, it's so
I know.
cool. It's amazing. But here's what I want to say. Yep, Silverman got Cassins. That's right, Cassins. Cassins is in the top 5. You got United Road, Cassins, Jack Cooper. I think Hanson and Adkins is in the top 5. And when I say top 5, I'm not saying like best in the universe, but the top 5 biggest
the most
in North America.
Yeah, biggest companies. Yeah.
But the problem is when you get up to that number, now you're trying to make contracts with like OEMs and auctions, and they're trying to drive the price down. So by the time you post a vehicle, you get accused of lowballing the marketplace. But meanwhile, you got lowballed in the contract. And once you're in a contract, we were just learning last Friday with America's Auto Auction, they're talking about once you get in a contract, you can't change the number. And if you're a union shop, etc. So the thing is, being that big 8,000-pound gorilla is not always the best. I mean, somebody's got to do it, but it's not easy.
So Silverman, you said you need Nashville to Detroit for 800. I hope you don't mean for one vehicle. I saw a 2-pack came out of Nashville, or a 3-pack came out of Nashville to Detroit yesterday for $750. So I don't think that's what you mean, right?
Yeah, what does he mean? I need Nashville to Detroit for 800. I think he means that's what he's looking for.
I mean,
Nashville to Detroit? Maybe Detroit to Nashville. but not Nashville to
Detroit and
right?
Nashville are running like $500-600
I was just
going to
say even that, right?
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, does he?
Well, here's a 4-pack right here to wow. Nobody could take that to Battle Creek for $1,200, and there are 3 F-150s and a Ford Explorer. So I don't think that's going to fit most people.
Yeah, it's not going to work, dude.
No, I mean my guy that's got the Infinity could carry that, but that's about it. No 3-car. I mean, no regular 4
He
cars
says
to be able to
one
handle
car.
that. By the way,
Well, then I think it's time
okay,
to make the video with all the. Okay.
Look, they've even okay, so it's only 550 miles, something like that, up to Detroit. So I don't think you're going to see one for 800. Here's an enclosed, and it's only paying 550, and that's $1 for a mile. So,
yeah.
And that's Kalamazoo. It's right before you get
it's
into Detroit area. So,
right.
I don't think you're going to see that on there.
Yeah. Wow. I wonder what he's talking about.
Now, I don't know, because I don't see loads. Like I said, I don't see loads like that on there. We were running loads out of there the other day for a guy going to Toledo, and the 3-pack that came up for $750, we're going to take it just to get him home, and it was gone as soon as it came up. I mean, it was like bing, bang, boom, it was done. So
bing, bang, boom.
Hey, yesterday was the auction.
Hey, I got, well, you know what we did is we had some topics that we needed to cover like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. So I want to cover a couple of those to make sure we cover them, okay?
Okay.
All right, you ready? Stick shift, go.
Okay. So, does anybody have any opinions on the fact that drivers who haul cars need to know how to drive a stick shift? No. Doon, 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 doon.
Oh, here we go.
Yes.
Does anybody have an opinion on whether or not drivers should be able to use a stick shift?
And the answer is yes. Absolutely. Please. I mean, I know some of the newer, younger drivers might not have learned on a stick shift. Us older people probably have. So, but there are still stick shifts out there. I mean, we're not into the flying cars yet. So you still got to be able to drive a stick shift. And you need to do it at least sufficiently enough that when you take it onto the trailer, it's not going to bop up and down and break the front cover piece of the car as you're bringing it on the trailer. Literally had this happen. The other day, the guy called and he says, I can't take this car because I can't drive a stick shift.
Yeah, see,
and I said, find someone at the auction to drive it onto the trailer for you. Good God. Okay.
And go, I can honestly, this is, it's because I know it shouldn't be funny, and I don't normally laugh at people. I prefer to laugh with them. But on this one,
right.
I can't imagine getting into auto transport as a driver and you can't operate a stick shift. Now, truth is, I suck at driving a stick, but I sit at a desk. So, just...
Right.
But Michael says treat it as inoperable, but here's the problem, Michael. It's not inoperable. Right?
Right. And unless you have a winch, it's not going to help you either.
Think of it this way.
You're right. I mean, you could winch it on if you
would you walk into the truck stop, let them know you want, I'll take some beef jerky, maybe, some chips and some soda, by the way, do you know how to drive a stick shift? Would you do that? No, you wouldn't. Therefore, if you can't say it in the truck stop grocery store, maybe it's time for a second opinion.
Yes. Carlos said, if you can't drive a stick, you're in the wrong business. I agree.
Yeah, Carlos thing. And I'm a very understanding guy, but this actually I don't understand. If you're gonna be, because
no.
I mean, you also, unfortunately, you're going to have to know how to... They expect you to do a pre-trip. So if you're going to know all those parts,
right,
you might want to know how to fix some of them, too. Right? Anyways.
Well, and Vistago said his semi is manual. But I mean, that's totally different too in respect to a car, because I don't know how to drive a semi either. I mean, there's a
Yeah.
lot more parts and pieces to that part
There
of it.
you
But
go. There
most
you go.
people should know how to drive a stick shift, regular vehicle onto a trailer, because they're still out there.
It'd be
I mean,
like I'm an
they're
accountant,
not
but I don't
extinct.
do division.
Right.
Okay.
I don't know how to multiply.
I can
Yes,
add, I
exactly.
can subtract and multiply, but we
Or I
don't
don't know
do
how to use it.
division.
I don't know how to use a calculator. That's what it is. I don't know how to use a calculator, Jay. I'm an accountant, but I don't know how to use a calculator. Okay. So same concept, but yeah. But this happens. I mean, honestly, it happens.
I've heard it
new driver,
before.
and he didn't know how to drive it.
And listen,
Yeah.
you can't. There's no way. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the next one. We have another one. Okay. Ready?
Okay. Yep.
Home every night. Go.
Oh, okay. So I get this asked a lot when they call to sign up for our services. And that's why I always say I don't do local, but I get asked a lot if they can be home every night. Okay, so if you're a real truck driver, as we all know, whether you drive a pickup truck or a semi, you know you can't be home every night. This is a business that you're out on the road for at least a week at a time. I don't mind doing Monday through Friday or Monday through Saturday. Usually semis stay out for at least 2 weeks at a time because it's just too hard to make that work. But if you want to be home every night, you probably need to get a different job. That's just my personal opinion. Because one, you're never going to make any money doing that. And two, it's just not built for that. For you to go out, you need to go out at least 5 days to make money. What's your opinion of that?
So cool. So I'm going to jump in and say, so this is an interesting question because over the road car hauling is definitely a thing. There's also local car hauling, home delivery, final mile, and that's a different thing. So if you're looking for loads on the load board, I think you're looking for over the road car hauling. So if you want to be home every night and do local, that's a different form of business, and you probably shouldn't be looking on the load boards. Is that fair?
Yeah. Or calling me. Yeah.
Right, or calling exactly.
If
you're hiring a dispatch service, you are getting into over the road car hauling. Pretty much.
Exactly. Yeah. And you can do what he's saying, but you don't go out and buy a 3 or 4 car trailer to be home every single night. It's just not going to work. And they're going to only average you're going to be lucky at $100 a car. So that's why you don't need anybody like me. You're going to want to set it up yourself so that you can, like Ty says, go, meet and greet with the dealerships and do that kind of stuff, because that's going to be your money. They're still not going to pay you a lot of money unless you're dealing with high-end cars.
And I see David's got you can get a CDL with an automatic restriction. Clarification.
Really?
When you drive you actually said it. When you're driving a semi, being able to drive an automatic or manual car is not the same as an automatic or manual semi.
No.
But if you're an auto transport,
and I understand.
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I understand. There's typically there's a lot of automatic big rigs out there now. If you've noticed, they're converting a lot of them.
And there's going to be more.
From what I understand, yeah. And I mean, eventually we'll probably be flying them. Who the hell knows? I mean, come on.
Drones. There'll be a lot of drone drivers.
It's like we have a lot of electric semis now. Yeah, I mean, there's electric. The electric semis that they're making, like the Tesla ones, I guarantee you they're automatic, right?
But
I don't think there's anything wrong with automatic big rigs.
But we're talking about
at all. But
we're not. The thing is here with the car, automatic versus stick.
Yeah,
we're talking about that's what you're hauling. So you need to be able to move your product. It would be like if you worked in freight. Let's say you worked in a warehouse, but you can't drive a forklift. That's not going to work.
Right. Exactly.
You say, well,
you know what?
Learn it. I'm really
it's not
strong.
that hard to learn.
I'm extremely strong. I just carry everything. Well, but we have forklifts. But I'm really strong.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That got strange. Shady BOL, go.
Shady BOL.
You sent me the scene.
Oh,
Yeah.
are we talking about? Okay,
Shady
let me
BOL.
find that one. I think we're talking about the same one. So what I've been having happen, I'm not. So there's a transporter that's working with us, and they are not giving out BOLs at pickup or delivery. So I consider that shady. Even when I dispatch a car to somebody, it says right in there specifically that if you do not give out a BOL at pickup or delivery, then I consider that being shady and you're trying to hide something. So any damage that comes up is going to be at, fall in your lap. So I have a driver that keeps doing this. I don't know if he's doing it deliberately, but either way, if you read a lot of the broker contracts that we have with any of the major brokers, you are required to leave one at pickup and delivery. So if you're not doing that, please do so. It does happen a lot. I had one of my drivers tell another one he was training that, oh, that's no big deal if you don't get a signature at pickup and delivery. It is a big deal, because then if something comes up later on, who's left holding the bag? You are, and you're going to pay for it. And the same thing with, if you're using an EBOL system, which is what I recommend, make sure you take pictures at pickup and delivery, because I've had it happen many times that after we've left, they call and claim damage 5 days later, and probably did it themselves. But if you had the pictures at delivery, you're going to have your total proof that you did nothing to that car. So keep that in mind. Is there more to that? I think there was more to that. It was a different BOL that
There could have been. And one of the things, but let's see, one of my outside dispatchers for a company 2 years ago, they keep doing damage, then wanting to change the BOL. We need to discuss using.
Yes, okay, that's the other thing they're wanting to do.
All right.
Yes, so they're not giving them a pickup. They're going down the highway, and then they see more damage, whether they did it themselves or not. But they're wanting to add it to the BOL. You cannot do that. Yes, yes. You cannot do that. That's why those things are time stamped and dated, and usually tell exactly what city you're in when you do the BOL.
Here's the good news.
Change it after the fact.
We're full on snacks. We're full on fuel, but dang it, I see more damage. That's hilarious. Come on.
Yes. Yes. And also, I know a lot of people are not signing because of COVID. The driver told me the other day. Yes, the driver told me the other day that, because he did 2 loads for wholesale and he didn't get signatures at pickup or delivery. And I said, why do you not have signatures? Well, they just said they were too busy and didn't want to sign. I said, well, it doesn't work like that. First off, if you're not going to get a signature, I need to know why so I can tell the broker. And secondly, if you get the guy's name and they tell you to sign his name, then sign his damn name. Don't leave it as subject to inspection. Nobody signed the bill of lading. Okay, so I don't get it. And also, as if we're talking about COVID and nobody wants to touch your phone, there's another way to do it through Super Dispatch, so you don't have to touch anybody's phones or touch paperwork, that kind of thing. So, is that what you're laughing about still?
I mean, how does nobody know? I mean, it's not nobody, but how are so many people? This is bananas. This is auto transport. It's 2021. How? Yeah. How do you just randomly sign a random document and consider that your paperwork for the day? It's nuts. That is so crazy.
Exactly.
But it totally matches how crazy many people get when they post loads and jump on the hood. I mean, this is nuts.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
There's been a lot more nuttier stuff going on ever since COVID happened.
It's so crazy.
I mean, I don't know why, but I mean, we still have to do our jobs the same way. If you don't want to touch paperwork, that's fine. And even Metrogistics says if they refuse to sign because they don't want to touch your stuff, all you have to do is get their name and put on there, due to COVID, no signature. It's simple, easy, moving on. Take your pictures at delivery, go. But don't just say, okay, no problem, walk away and not get a signature.
Can you imagine? John says Stevie Wonder Logistics. Can you imagine being a DOT officer and just seeing some of this crazy crap every day? That would be no wonder they're frustrated. That'd be maddening. What's up, Michael?
You want to hear some crazy crap?
Yeah.
So is DOT out on the rampage today or what? or this week? Has everybody? I want to know.
Oh,
Everybody getting
okay.
pulled
Question
over.
for the live
My
chat.
guy
Okay.
literally has been pulled over 5 times, 3 times in just the last 2 days. Twice today, twice yesterday, sorry, and then one time when he was before he got into Tennessee. So 4 times in the last 2 days. Tell me that's not crazy shit. And then I had another driver that was in a wholly different area, got pulled over night too for a full number 1 inspection that took over 2.5 hours.
Is the
And
wait a
it's
minute?
not
Is
DOT week as far as I know.
it's no? Oh, it's not Blitz week. Every week is Blitz week
No,
at the DOT.
no. Well, apparently.
Oh
No.
my God.
I
We
mean,
are
and
going to
this, and
check.
you want to hear this?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
gave him
yeah.
actually ended up giving him tickets. This guy literally told him, he goes, "You have faked your ELD, and I'm giving you a ticket for that." He's like, "Dude, it's you know how the ELDs just sometimes don't connect." And he goes, "All we got to do is call Keep Trucking. They're going to show to you that I did not fudge
Oh
my
my God,
paper,
no.
my log ELD."
No.
He goes, "Don't touch that. If you touch it and sign in, I'm going to give you another ticket." That's what the cop said to him. Then, and he's at a way station, by the way. Then he tells him, "You're shut down for 10 hours. You can't move." I said, "Well, isn't that funny? If we're shut down for 10 hours, aren't you supposed to take us to a hotel? Because we're supposed to be sleeping in a room or something. We don't have a sleeper berth. We're a pickup truck." And he told him if he moved, his ass was grass. So explain that one to me.
Wow. And unfortunately, wow. This is where I when we talk on DOT compliance with Brian Riker, your DOT guy.
Yeah.
I think I pretty much and this is why I have Legal Shield because, I want to have an 800 number in case, maybe I need one. It seems to me like drivers could really benefit from having that 800 number for a DOT guy. Like, hey, I'm at a scale and I'm being harassed. I know that sounds kind of nuts, but
and
it seems to happen a lot. Yeah.
I guess he had 5 or 6. He had 5, 6 trucks pulled over and shut down.
That sounds crazy. Right, that's the officer that pulls over 4 cars at a time. I always wonder how they do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what they did. He had 4 or 5 people sitting there, and But I thought, if you're taking your 10 hours down, I don't think I'm wrong. That's supposed to be your rest period. You're not allowed to rest in your truck unless you have a sleeping berth. So he should have taken him to a hotel or told him to go to a hotel.
Honestly, I know that sounds a little crazy, but I think you're right. Ooh, Vistaga says, I use CDL Defender. Please don't call DOT cops their meter maids. CDL Defender. That's interesting. I'm going to look that up. That sounds pretty good. I like the name.
Oh, so.
Here we go. USLegalServices.net. Nice. Yeah, I'm going to share that. That sounds really good. Well, that's what we're talking about.
Because that was in...
everybody needs to have an 800 number they can call, in whatever event.
Thank you,
I agree. And that's what's weird about this is this didn't happen all in one state. The guy started in Virginia Beach, got pulled over in Virginia Beach, barely got away from Virginia Beach, got pulled over again, then went into North Carolina, got pulled over there, and then this morning got pulled over again in North Carolina right as he's entering into Tennessee.
Wow. My God.
Now the last 3 let him go. It was the second guy that busted him and told him that his LD was faked and all this other stuff, and he would not talk to the ELD company at all.
See, and that's this is wow, the ELD thing. Yeah, now that really that bothers me because you're dealing with technology can have a hiccup. And you're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And they fixed it right then and there. Well,
but so
and he called the ELD. They fixed it. And he wouldn't pay attention to it. He said, "No, I'm not listening to them."
And Brian has said, if you fix a problem in front of an officer, they're still going to give you a ticket. And I know this doesn't count.
That's crazy, though.
But this is why phrases like zero tolerance have no place in reality. No, stop.
Right.
No.
Right. That was just insane.
Yeah, don't do that. Hey, snow clouds. Did you book those snow clouds?
It happened in both North Carolina.
Oh, so yeah. So there was a 2-pack or 3-pack, I can't, a 3-pack of trucks going from up
Three,
in
yeah.
Illinois going into Oklahoma. And they were F-250s, and they said with snow clouds. So I had to send it to Jay because it was the craziest shit. And we called them. They go, we don't know what that means. And so you listed the car, don't know what a snow cloud means. I said, are you guys sure it doesn't mean snow plows? And they're like, we don't know. We'll call you back. Never called us back. We called back the next day to find out again. And they said, well, we can't get a hold of our customer to verify what snow clouds mean. So I guarantee you it was snow plows, but there's a broker listing stuff that doesn't know what they're doing, why they're doing it, and can't even answer the questions. And that kind of stuff just drives me crazy.
That's why there's really a great opportunity for a sitcom called Auto Transport. Because you could have a whole episode called Snow Clouds.
I've been waiting for a program.
Right? So you're trying to book the snow clouds.
Yeah, it goes snow
Nobody in the
clouds.
office, and the person that wrote snow clouds is at the dentist, and obviously it means snow plows. It's absolutely ridiculous. You can't make that up. Somebody call Hollywood. Going again? Perfect. Okay. Let's see. What else do we have here? All right, we got 2 more. I'll tell you what. Let's save that. Let's do who wants to do, and we're going to do the California search after this. All right, so I'll tell you what. I want to take this over. I know we've been doing stories, and it's been pretty interesting. But I'm going to share my screen. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of... Oh, here. Actually, I think I got another one here. Let's see here. Oh, no car? This is going on
I
here.
sent you earlier,
This is funny. Oh, here we go.
the
Now you can
hood.
see it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Third row seat. Yeah.
so Kansas City to Grand Rapids.
Yeah. That came up today.
1985 Chevy Suburban. No, wait a minute. It's not a Suburban. It's just the third row seat. It's kind of
Exactly.
like actual pickup,
Crazy.
actual delivery. It'd be like actual third row seat only. Does anybody want to book a third row seat? This is a
Not for
hotshot load.
$150 either.
And it's the thing too. Is it
Yeah,
is it
that's-
tarped? I mean, where is the seat now?
Yeah.
Is it at the dealership?
Yeah.
Where do you pick it up? Do you have to go to the guy's like living
You take it
room?
out.
Is it on the third floor
You use
of
it
a
as a
walk-up
couch?
apartment? Where is the seat?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, Michael Watson says Muggo Problems. I like it, Michael. Let's do that. Let's go to Muggo Problems. I love Muggo Problems too. Here we go. And then we're going to go to Larry here in a minute. Let's see.
Okay.
Get the, It's a drum roll. I don't know what it sounds like.
Sounds like a toilet flushing.
Does it? Dang it. Great.
That's probably appropriate, though, if you think about it.
Is my number being blacklisted by brokers because they think I'm you and you don't know what you're doing? Have that ever happened to you as a dispatcher? So like, if a carrier is good and hires a bad dispatcher, now
Mhm.
they can't get the loads they
Yes,
used to be able to
I do
get.
that.
Yeah.
I do that. I do that.
So it's
'Cause I get some
important,
crazy texts from people
right? Yeah.
and their dispatchers. Yeah.
And this is
Like
this
that.
personally because right, yeah, you run a dispatch office. So if you get like a crazy dispatcher, that's not going to be helpful. Or
No.
I've called brokers to book a load, but there's an agent I hate, don't like,
Mhm.
don't get along with,
Yeah.
or maybe they hate me. I don't know what it is.
Right.
But you're like, please don't answer, please don't
And they
answer.
won't.
Dang it. It's Gary again. Ah. I'll never get
Yeah.
this load.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Please let
True.
so and so answer because I'll get the load. If so and so answers,
Yeah.
we're never going to get this load. In fact,
Yeah.
I have called brokers, and when so and so answers, I just hang up.
We've done that before too. I know what you're talking about. And then I call
Awesome.
back and hope that they don't answer the next
Right,
time.
and then you wait, and you're like thinking
Or
out
use
to the
the bat
universe. You're
phone.
like, well, maybe they went to go eat or something.
We'll call it lunchtime.
And now
See
you're
if they're
and now you're
gone.
setting up scams. Now you're like, you call your brother-in-law. You're like, hey, will you call this office and tell so and so they won money? Get them tied up on the line. Then I gotta call book a car. Right now, somebody's thinking that might work. That's how we'll get the load. What else do we got here? Okay, it is time to play Ask Larry. Okay, so on Tuesday nights we do the Ask Larry, and if you should have already gone to dispatchcenter.com/Ask Larry. We only do the questions on Tuesday nights, and here on Thursdays we share the answers. So hopefully there's somebody that played this game on Tuesday night. Ready?
Yep.
Baltimore and Ohio Railroad became the first U.S. railway chartered for commercial transport of passengers and freight in what year?
Ew. 1901. I don't know.
I'm going to go with 1853. Oh, wow, 1827. Oops.
Wow. That's crazy.
Wow, that is crazy. Oh, that's pretty. So there we go. I already missed one. What is the most appropriate carrier pay to ship a 68 Biscayne from Portland, Washington to El Paso, Texas?
Have a good day.
At least 1,090.
So
I'm
this
thinking
is what it
more,
takes
but-
to get it moved. I'm with you. 68, Washington to El Paso. I'm going to go with 1090 as well. Yeah! There we go. That's one. And Vistaga guessed 1853 as well. So here we go. In 2018, what dollar amount of motor vehicles and parts were shipped via railroad? By the way, this is in the billions.
Wow.
Isn't that nuts?
I'm going to go with the 5.
That's me too.
Billion.
I'm going with 5+ billion. It's probably 7. Oh, we're 2 for 3.
Oh, we're right.
Nice.
Sweet.
What is the most appropriate carrier pay to ship a 2009 Ford Explorer from Atlanta to Kansas City? Now that's a pretty common route.
Yes, I'm doing that route right now as we speak.
Is that right? I would say
600.
600. I'd rather have 720.
I'm getting paid 5 to 550 right now, so
Exactly.
I'm going to say the 555.
Yeah, you could be right. I rarely go to the outside of the answer.
Are you?
Oh, what? Wow.
Wow. Well, they're
That's-
not on there for that.
And these are current market factors as of Tuesday.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. The most that I saw on there was 550.
Wow. And see,
That's crazy.
Larry's on your side. So this
Yeah.
is interesting. Wow, or
I mean, I
really,
wish it was paying that much.
Larry's trying to be on everybody's side. Wow, that is really interesting. Okay, here we go. So we're 2 out of 4. If your rail car of freight has a destination of Chicago, but mistakenly continues to Baltimore, your rail car is... See, I'm going to go with Wayward because I don't think it's Lost or MIA, and I don't know what Rouge is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either. I would go with Wayward too.
Yeah! All right, so that was fun. Thank you very much, Larry. And also, if you go to dispatchcenter.com/Ask Larry and you submit answers, then Larry will send you
Uh-huh.
an email and let you know how you did.
Oh, well, cool.
Okay. Oh, that's last week's. But anyways, so green is the right answer. Red is something you answered and got wrong. So yeah, thanks for playing that. I really enjoy the Ask Larry stuff. I find that very interesting. You can share your screen again. Oh, Vistaga chose Luge.
What does that
Um,
mean?
I don't
I
even
mean,
know.
other than
It's like
makeup, what
Baton
else does
Rouge.
it mean?
I don't know. I don't know what Rouge is. We do have two more issues, but I think it's time. Sue, go ahead and share your screen. Let's search for California Gold Bars. It's almost 1:00. We got
Okay.
30 minutes left.
We're gonna do.
And
Are we
again,
doing
if you've
California
got,
period or should we do LA?
if you need a route
We're gonna do
scout,
LA.
yeah, there you go. If you need a route scout, put it in there. What's your route scout? Put in, where to where are you searching, your load capacity you're searching for, trailer capacity, and we want to help you out. Or if you have a dispatch question, dispatch advice, or maybe something, a rant or a story, feel free to let us know. Mic check 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think we're good to go. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's shake up the dice. Let's do our California Gold Bar search.
Am I doing it? We're doing $1, right?
Yeah, let's do some gold bars. Yeah, let's search some gold
All
bars.
right. I'm gonna get rid of the inside state stuff. Though. All right.
All right,
Let's go.
here she goes. Search them up. Roll the dice.
All right. We got a wholesale going over to Scottsdale. Look at what's this, man? Look at that! Holy crap!
Wow.
I mean, I know Flagstaff isn't on the normal path, but
No,
good
but
God.
still, right out of the gate, we're 3 for 3.
Yeah.
4
Yeah.
for 4.
I mean,
5 for 5.
these should be paying this much. I mean, so I'm not even gonna look at those.
I agree.
Here's an LA to San Francisco for $1.18 a mile. Here's one in the Reading, but it should probably be paying that much. Here's another one in the Reading. Oh, Loomers has 2 going up there. If you're going to Reading, though, you're probably going to Oregon, just so everybody knows, because Reading is way up there. Or you're going to backtrack quite a bit to get loaded, because
Agreed.
that's not typical.
Reading is basically Portland unless you know the area.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, they literally have steel beams listed on here of 20,000 pounds. Why is this on here?
Because of the third row chair seat thing. I know, right?
So.
Right? I don't know. But this is actually worse. Steel beams? That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Not surprised.
Yeah, I mean,
Thanks for playing.
that's crazy. Okay. Wow. Now, this is the kind of stuff we were talking about, that if you're running high-end cars, and it's not telling us what this is, but enclosed trailer, 38 miles, $450. That's right. That's what you should be getting paid to do from a dealer to dealer thing.
Amen.
Not that we know that's what this is. I'm just assuming it.
No, but you're right.
Here's another one going to Reading. Wow. Oh, Loomers has several. If anybody's heading that direction, these are paying really well going that way.
Nice. Is Loomers in Reading, you think?
I don't know. Let's look, because their name kind of makes me suspect. Think they might be a transporter. Nope, they're a dealer, but they're in
dealer.
Springfield, Oregon.
Oh,
Interesting.
That is interesting.
You would think it would be going there,
I
but
don't
maybe
know.
not.
Well, maybe it's near Reading. I don't know. Maybe they've got different dealerships. I don't know.
That's true. It could be. Let's see here. Here's some more stuff going up to San Fran.
Release, I guess, would be the word for it. Release from the factory company. I don't know. Is that
Here's another trailer to be moved.
Nice. Yeah. CFR Rinkins, they move all kinds of stuff.
I'm impressed. This is an F-250 going from California to Wichita for $13.50.
That's what I was thinking. That is a good load.
Yeah.
Man, that's a great
I'm really
load.
kind of shocked.
Hey, actual pickup or actual delivery. Wait a minute. From
Bozeman,
how far is
Montana.
Bozeman to Billings? I have to know. Now these guys just crack me up at this point. I mean, this is just fun. I like it.
I have a question though. Look at these. Think these are all separate vehicles? I guess so. Let's look.
Yeah, they got different ID numbers.
Um,
I just think that when you call, you should say stuff like, "Hi, my name is John, but actually it's Jilly, and I'm in Kansas City. No, I'm
And-
actually in, I think we should all just be doing that. It's
Yeah.
2 hours. So,
Yeah,
actually,
that's one of them.
here's the thing is, we said we're going to pick it up.
Here-
We're going to pick it up today, but actually we're going to pick it up tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow.
And we're going to do it for, even though it says quick pay, actually I want cash.
Well, look at this. Look at these. I'm pulling up all of them that they have listed. Why would you list all these up here? You're not even coming close to Billings.
But actually, that doesn't
I don't get
matter.
it.
Good afternoon, John.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Is it just
That's
me?
crazy. No, it's not just you. That's just nutty.
That's just actually nutty.
Yeah, that's just.
Or maybe
Okay,
if
Cars
you
Drive
just
has one in
insert the
Albuquerque.
word actually during normal conversation, you'll actually get to the point. Actually.
Oh, let's see. So Cars Drive has a good one going over to Albuquerque, and it looks like they just listed several going
Phone's ringing.
to
Actually, my
Reno
phone is
area.
I wonder if it's the M company.
they've got
Hey,
one-
Jay. We're actually calling you right now. We're not just emailing you. We're actually calling you.
$1.38, $1.77. I mean, Santa Barbara though is kind of way out of the way. It should be probably paying, but that's $1.77 a mile to go to Reno. That's kind of crazy.
Man, that's great.
Right Way has one going up into Salem,
The phone's
Oregon for
actually
$1,600. I
ringing
know it's a 3,500. Wow. I bet there might be more to that utility truck than we know too.
Yeah.
There's another F-350 flatbed. 4-door single wheel flatbed pickup is cab. What the hell does that mean? Pickup is cab. Okay. Oh, look. These people are doing it too. Real pickup is in San Francisco, and we're really delivering it to Detroit, Michigan.
That's why I rail against it, because now everybody's gonna actually do that. Why wouldn't you insert the word actually on a regular basis when you don't actually mean what you just said? Actually,
Yeah.
why wouldn't you? Like,
And Pittsburgh's nowhere near Detroit, and
Of course
LA
you
is
would.
nowhere near San Francisco. That's
it's
just
not even
insane.
actually a Range Rover. It's just the back seat.
Yeah, it's just what it is. It's
The
a
third
wedge.
row.
It's what it is.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
sorry.
Utah. Wow. I mean, I think these rates have gotten higher than last week
You can drive a stick.
because
too,
we're over
so-
$1 a mile on a lot of this stuff.
And I know it's been actually explained to me, but I didn't actually agree.
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy. Let's see. Washington.
I said,
Washington.
Uh,
Another Washington. These
Oh,
aren't-
interesting. This Daga says the DAT load boards was down yesterday, and there was a lot of freight listed on Central. That's interesting.
Isn't there another freight board too? What's it called?
Okay.
Well, there's a few.
Truck stop.
So,
Truckstop.com.
Internet Truck Stop, truckstop.com. I think somebody bought them.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, and I
Oh.
can't remember. Then there's Convoy. There's 123 Load Board.
Okay, that's what I was saying. It was 1, 2, 3 loads.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna Google.
There's a lot of loads out of here going from California to Arizona that are paying really, really well. And this is not what I would usually tell you to do because I don't do this, but wow. There's a lot on here. CarWave has listed several of them. I've hauled for them before. And usually their loads like from Arizona to California are only paying like $250, $300 a car. And you're lucky at that because usually that stuff sometimes from Arizona to California only pays like what, $175, $200. It's crazy shit. There's another one, the Flagstaff, but you can't haul for accelerated unless you've been in business for 2 years. There's another one to Mesa for $400. There's one for $700, but it's up in Frazier Park. Looks like it's double brokered, so it's probably not a good load.
Some tech company
What's this?
acquired a majority investment in truckstop.com. Anyways, I have to keep an eye out for that. And I was talking about 123 Load Board to somebody the other day. Because 123 Load Board has cars, but do you ever look at 123 Load Board?
No.
Exactly. Why? And why is that? Right?
Yeah, I mean, if they have some cars, it's not worth my time for some cars.
Well, and plus, I don't remember anybody at 123 Load Board making it known to the auto transport industry that they have cars on their load board. I've never seen any marketing anywhere about it.
Yeah, to get anybody to go.
I never have.
Yeah.
I was a dispatcher for years, but you know, hey man, who actually cares?
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, that's wow. Carvana's gotten with the times. Look, they've just listed two that are
Nice.
paying $1 a mile. And they don't always do that. So.
Well, Carvana used to pay well, right? I guess over time, probably because they built their own network. Well, back in the day when Cars Arrive was posting Carvana cars, we would book them all the time.
Well, yeah, if you book them through other people, but if you watch Carvana listing loads for themselves, especially out of Texas, Blue Mound, they put them on there for 35 cents, 40 cents a mile, like packs of them and stuff like that.
Ooh.
We called one time because they had a 3-pack, I think, listed for 41 cents a mile, and we asked them for at least 50 cents a mile, and they wouldn't come up on the price. But then the next day, guess what? It was raised up to that price that I had asked for it after we'd already left.
And they didn't call you, right?
Oh,
Exactly. It's one of the phenomenon that I've noticed is if a company raises its price after you've already asked for that price, they don't call you back because of I don't know.
They don't care.
I don't know.
I'm going with they do not care.
DAT has cars as well. I didn't know that. Just not very many.
I didn't know that either.
I didn't know. So maybe DAT has as many cars as Central has steel beams.
Probably so.
Jay, that wasn't actually very funny.
But you amuse yourself, that's all that matters.
Oh, hey, we have a winner. Fries are up.
Here's a Hotshot. They got a 2015 motorhome, needs a Hotshot.
Motorhome needs a Hotshot.
Yeah, I don't think
that sounds like a reality show.
Yeah, that's something that really needs a Hotshot, but okay.
Why does it need a Hotshot? Why doesn't it need a step deck? What?
That's what it would need is a step deck.
Motorhome needs a Hotshot. It's a great listing.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Boy, that is really funny. I don't think Brian at DOT Compliance would think that's a really good idea.
No, I don't think it's a good idea either.
Hey, I'll tell you what, leave that there. I got to screen capture that one because that's really interesting. I'm going to ask Brian what he thinks. Motorhome needs a hot shot. Yeah, there you go. Let me get this. Bang, I got it. Thanks.
Okay. Here's a fire truck going up to Reading, and it's an in-op.
Motorhome needs a hot shot. God, that's funny.
There's another
trailer. Right, this dog is like small. Is it a tiny house?
Yeah, no, it was 23 foot long.
Even then, you're going to be top heavy. I don't really get it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
23 foot long. It said 23 foot long.
Actually, a tiny house.
8.5 foot wide. I'm assuming 9 foot tall, and it weighs 10,500 pounds. Yeah, that needs more of a step deck personally, but maybe they don't know that.
I don't know, man. And I don't want to put any words in their mouth, but I don't get it. Oh,
I
well.
don't either.
Put it on the list. Things Jay doesn't understand. Can we write on the back?
Can we ride inside? Well,
It's
here's a
actually
bunch of
a
stuff
long
going up
list.
to Idaho again. Wow. Wow.
What are you doing, my Carlos?
These
This
going up
is
to
looking
Idaho
pretty
are
good. This
paying
California Gold
well.
Bars thing is
Yeah.
looking pretty good.
Yeah. I think there was 200 and change of dollar a mile per, and most of these have been over $1 a mile. I mean, granted, some of the stuff is big, like this needs a step deck, obviously with a winch. And I don't think that's enough money. I don't know why they would put that on there. This is a dump truck and it's an in-up, 28 foot long, 11 foot tall, and only 25.01 at $1.25 a mile. They're, yeah. That, what do you think that really should pay?
Is it
Probably.
actually a dump truck? It is an actual, and it's inoperable. Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So you know they got to
Oh
winch
my
it.
gosh! That should pay like, I don't know.
4 or 5.
I honestly I don't know, but it seems like it should be 3 times that.
I guarantee you it's probably not going to go for that rate.
LA to Chicago? Oh
Would be
yeah.
nice.
Dude, that should be at least $5,000. You're probably gonna need a chase car too.
That's what I think.
Dude.
Yeah.
Wonderful, thank you, ma'am. I really
Yeah.
appreciate you.
But I mean,
That's
you know,
crazy.
I'd be speculating. That's really weird.
Here's,
I
okay,
don't know.
that's enclosed. A lot of big stuff on here lately. Has anybody noticed that? I just keep seeing big stuff everywhere. Here's a,
Well, we got 15 minutes left here. I'm interested. What are you doing right now? Like, are you booking loads? Are you driving? Have you taken the day off? Are you actually tired of just actually sifting through? Maybe actually, things should be going all right, right? Loads are up. I don't know. I'm not sure if the competition is smothering you right now, like a year ago, right? So, are you still worried about COVID? Do we still have that? What is going on in your world right now? I'd love to know. So, and if you missed the live show, you can put it in the live chat, or I mean the YouTube comments below. Looks like we lost Sue. She'll be right back. I would do the dump truck for $3.75 a mile, right? Which I think was 3 times what they had it posted at. So we're on the same page. Like, yeah, inoperable dump truck, LA to Chicago for $7,500. Even if you don't have the truck to do it, well, they're a broker that posted it. They could find a carrier. And they might also want to post that on, I'd probably post that on DAT or 123, because that's where you'll find other types of like flatbeds, step decks, etc. Hey, Sue, can you hear me okay? Should be back in it. She's searching. She'll get the audio back here in a minute. But I am curious. I really am curious. Oh, here's Sue.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I lost signal.
Yeah.
Okay. Bunch of stuff going up to Carson City on here. If anybody does Reno, there's a lot on here. Wow. Look how much these things are paying. This is kind of crazy.
Is this a lot like,
there's a mix.
Was it a week ago?
Yeah, we checked last week. We checked this in Florida. But I'm telling you right now, I think they're higher this week than they were last week, because we were like barely topping $1, and most of these are over $1 on here today, like $1.17. Most not. It probably got them moved, maybe.
Which is interesting because that matches what's going on with dealers and auctions and used car prices right now. The prices keep going up. The wholesale price for a dealer to buy a vehicle at auction keeps going up. New car supply is limited as heck, And if you want to sell your used car, you can get more right now than ever before, but if you're trying to buy a used car, it's going to cost more than before.
You're going to pay more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what's happening in automotive right
So
now.
it's not going to help you.
No.
Not unless you have a car you can use in the meantime and then go buy it when the prices go back down.
Right.
Lots of
Oh,
stuff
hey,
going to Oregon
Michael is
still.
looking for how about Florida? Gold bars.
Okay.
Michael.
Had up Florida as well. So let's go. Florida golden showers. Okay,
And what's
I had
funny is
Florida
because
too.
the word Florida comes before it, it seems possible.
Oh, hold on. I want to change this to just gold bars here. Okay, so we're gonna go to Florida to all, and I'm only gonna put up $1 amount. Let's just see what comes up. And we're gonna do this too.
Oh, we're gonna shake them up. Here we go. But it's not it's not like normal. Actually, this is more like playing Yahtzee, shaking them up and rolling all sixes. Box
So it
cars.
still brought me up 438 loads here. All right, so let's see what we got here. Wow, we got a Sprinter van going into Little Rock for 1,200. What is an international? Is just going to be a big rig, right? But
Yeah,
you're going to need a step
pretty
deck
sure.
for that because it's 13 high. Yeah, I find it hard to believe it only weighs 6,500 pounds though. That doesn't sound right to me.
Doesn't sound right either.
We got a food trailer from Miami to Colorado for $2,800. That's going to need a step deck as well. Oh, and
Well, those food trucks, man, those food trucks are funny.
look at that, though. It's really picking up. Oh, my God. Okay, so it's really picking up in Tampa. They got it listed 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's really going to Poncha Springs,
Oh, man,
Colorado.
it's the same
which I have no
post.
clue.
Wow.
Yeah, same company.
Well, that's
I don't
what
know,
actual
they
pickup
listed
and
out of
actual
Miami.
delivery gets you.
Yes, there you go.
There you go. It's catching
Have you been
on.
watching the show? No, I guess so.
I don't know. I don't know what's
Crazy.
going on.
Let's see. We got a bunch of Apex. They're not going very far, so I'm not really interested in them. And close Lamborghini. Let's see. Okay, so these are in-ops plus enclosed for $400, huh? I don't know if that's really worth doing. I know it says $3.17 a mile, but they're also in-ops.
Oh, here we go. Hey, I want to mention this.
Yep.
Without mentioning a company name.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Let's see here. Not answering the phone, and the dates are incorrect. Go.
Not answering the phone and the dates are incorrect. I'm trying to remember who this is. Hold on.
Don't tell me who it is, but tell me.
I know, but I got to remember it to remember what I told you.
You sent me an email and you said, what is going on with all these loads? Nobody answers the phone. I'm on hold for 30 minutes. Then we get the dispatch and the dates are incorrect. Seems like this broker needs to know that there's a problem. How about this one? While we're thinking of that one, there is one other one.
Oh, I know who it was.
Do you know who it is?
That was a big broker, right?
Yeah, I know. It's a big one.
Like a big broker.
Big,
yes,
big,
and
yep.
that's typical of them too, of never answering the phones.
How do we? What do they need to?
What?
Yeah. So what do they need to do? Tell me this. What do they need? What do they need to do to fix whatever problem they've got? Go.
Well, here's my thing with them. If they're getting these loads, why are they not verifying these loads before they're sending them over to us as drivers? I mean, I know we're supposed to do that anyways, but it's their job to do it in the very beginning anyways, before they even list the car. If it's not ready, it shouldn't be put on there, or put it on there for the appropriate dates. And they never answer the phones anymore at all, or you're on hold for forever to get the load. And
Yes, sir.
huh? It's them or the other one. It's one of the two.
And why are you on
then,
hold? I thought they
well,
had a load board where you could click. No?
well, you can, but then what happens with the load board is if it's I can't remember which one this is. So it's either the one that you can request the load board and you never hear back from them. It says we'll let you know in 24 hours, or it's the one that you have to wait an hour to find out if you get the load or not. Sometimes longer, sometimes a little less, and then you got to chat to find out what's really going on with the load. I can't remember which broker this is, but same deal on both of them. If you're going to list this, then you should know what's going on with the vehicle before you even list them on there. And we shouldn't have to go back behind you guys and check this, verify this, and then find out, oh, it's no longer a good load anymore because it was never put on there accurately in the first place. And then we have to spend another 30 minutes to an hour to get a hold of that company to tell them it wasn't any good, to cancel the load. That kind of stuff, just eats away our hours during the day. If it's not good, then don't list it, right? I mean, it's just that simple. But they do it all the time. So, I mean, it's just a regular thing anymore.
We've got a guess in the live chat, and I don't even think that's one of the companies you were talking about. This seems to be
Let's see.
a problem with many of the large brokers with load boards, is that are they making sure the load is good? Is anybody doing that?
No.
Because I can personally name several large brokers with load boards, and I can book garbage all day long.
Absolutely.
Why?
It doesn't make it good though. But
Does nobody check? So we've got drivers driving around with random paperwork, random signatures. We got brokers posting loads that are randomly accurate, randomly not, and then we've got back seats and steel beams being posted on our load board. We've got carriers that have no business brokering loads posting loads. Maybe you get paid, maybe you don't. Maybe the negative sticks, maybe it doesn't. What is this? It's a circus. It's 2021. Oh, this is how auto transport works in 2021. Yes. Thanks for playing.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I figured out what we're talking about.
Okay.
So it wasn't the two I was talking about. It's the other big one that they use a load board. And I don't know if anybody notices this, but the dates they put on the load board every single time, and no, it wasn't the one that you guys listed. The ones they put on their load board every single time, the date is a week after, like, it's been listed. So they may say on there that you have to pick up by 4/7 and it's 4/15, but you still have to put on there you pick it up on 4/7. It automatically goes on your load board saying you've missed your pickup date and you've missed your delivery date. And then you find out the load has been gone for a week on top of it. That's a regular thing on that load board.
So number one, shame on you for giving false dates. And then, oh yeah, by the way, the load's
yes. Yeah. Well, and we have to call to find out. We call and find out. They're like, oh no, that car left here a week ago. It's already at the dealership.
Just as the warehouse plays the game where you need to jump on the hood so they can get it to the port, is the same silliness as the load board that forces you into fake dates. And I know I've seen that. I haven't booked in a while, but I used to hate, there was a load board and they would say has to pick up by, and that was 3 days ago.
Right. Yeah.
What?
And I know which one you're talking about. That one does that too. And the funny part is I took a load the other day and it was actually a good load for this company we're talking about. And the one of the dispatchers from this company sent me an email the next morning and says, I know the dates are incorrect on the load board because they don't work. So when are you really picking up and delivering it? I mean, that's really sad. That everybody knows it doesn't work. Even the dispatch company knows it doesn't work, but nobody's fixing it. And that's got to be a issue with the board itself. That's not them listing them like that, by the way. That's the board.
Hey, we got Tree in here. Hey, everyone, I dispatch freight. Just stumbled across this page. Seems interesting. How do I find carriers? Can I personally sign up with load boards? That's another one. No, you can't. You can't sign. Individuals can't sign up with load boards. You have to have a DOT or an MC number.
Right.
And then at that point, you're in. You're. That's why. Actually, I feel like we're. This is a public service. dispatching live, we should win like the Freedom Award or whatever for public service. Okay, I know that's silly. But really, it's banana. This whole system's bananas. And what I want to say about what you just said is that yes, the people that work there know it's broken. Everybody that uses it knows it's broken. And this is one of the biggest companies in the automotive industry that runs this broken site. It's crazy. Yes. And I know it's not like this when you buy a car, sell a car, but it is when you transport a car.
Right.
Transportation is still in the 1850s, and everything else is like way up here. Like, hit a button, and get it by drone. Everybody else is get it by drone, and we're down here, get it by wagon wheel, maybe. Actual wagon wheel.
Okay, so read what Two Bears wrote. So which one are you and which one am I?
I like Chris Rock and Eddie Murphy for the Car Ollie TV show. Oh, man, that's awesome. I don't know. I always thought myself more of like a Jerry Seinfeld, so I don't know which one is... No grapes, no nuts. Funny, what's the deal there? You have to have a DOT, and so that's right. See, Tree nails it. As a dispatcher, I have to have a DOT and an MC number. That's right, Tree, because nobody knows what a dispatcher is. For real. No.
Well,
okay, let me back up, because right now some fleet manager's like, I know what a dispatcher is. Okay, true.
Yeah.
If you work for a fleet, a dispatcher is part of the company, and they communicate with the drivers and the owners and the shippers. But the independent dispatcher, which is, by the way, it seems like all independent workers are just cursed now, because between federal law and tax law, independent workers don't exist anymore. But if they did, independent dispatchers is a pretty big industry of individuals booking loads on behalf of drivers that should be driving instead of looking at their phone. I'm pretty sure we're all on board with that campaign, except when it comes to having somebody else booking the loads on behalf of the driver. Then that goes out the window, actually. But yes, dispatchers don't have DOT and MC numbers because they're not actually carriers. They're dispatchers. But far be it from me to try to explain that on the circus sideshow that it is. And I appreciate that. Thank you for the comment and the question and the confusion. Welcome to the party, pal, as he says on Die Hard.
Wow, there's a lot of dollar a mile per cars out of Florida. I mean, there's a lot on here.
They're never that high.
No, we are dealing with stuff that we've never seen before since COVID happened, since last year, though, too. So, I've talked to several different people, and there's a lot of people that are in this industry that don't see what we're seeing. So they don't get it when I tell them really high prices. And then I have to go through my whole spiel of there are 60,000 loads on the board, and there's usually only 20,000. So it's a supply and demand kind of thing. And it is. That's exactly what it is. And we don't have as many transporters on the road since COVID as well. A lot of people went out of business. There are a lot of people starting, though. Have you noticed that? Got a lot of people calling me that are brand new, and they can't find trailers to buy. If anybody's got trailers to sell, I've got 2 or 3 drivers.
And what do you like, phone calls or emails, Sue?
Emails, preferably, or text. You can text me too.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, so you can email Sue. She is murphyautotransport31@yahoo.com, or call Ty, 417-483-2764. As you guys know, when you watch Auto Transport Intel, when you tune in on the podcast, when you join the Car Shipping Roundtable, it's not just a channel of videos. We are building a community and network, and it's already started. So, and you don't have to join. You don't have to do anything. You really don't. You can just watch and comment, get information, research. But if you're ready and you want to connect, I put in sign up with ATI. There's a link. And that's how you can connect with the network, call us, email us. We talk to each other. We want to help if we can. So that is the goal. And she's right.
Yeah.
Equipment is scarce. Everything is scarce. Isn't that weird how everything is suddenly scarce? It's like,
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Yeah. Everything is. Yeah.
Hi, this is Tammy. I am with Murphy Auto. I am calling about delivery of
Wow.
2011 Infiniti going to Toronto, New York.
That should be probably paying that much though. That thing, that Dodge Ram 5500 weighs 13,000 pounds.
273.
But this is stuff you don't normally see even. I mean, this weighing 13,000 pounds, usually probably you see this for $600 on here, something stupid, right?
Totally. It's finally priced
Yeah.
right. Although
I mean,
a
these are
5500,
outrageous.
I still don't want to book a 5500.
I don't have a problem booking 5500s. I do them all the time.
You do?
But
Okay.
they don't weigh 13,000 pounds either. They're usually cabin chassis or something like that. And usually a 5500 is not much different than a 3500. So that's
Really?
not a big deal. This is something
Okay.
else. This has got
Okay.
something on it or something's going on with it.
Okay. Cool. And by the way, you know that you can grab that link. Go ahead and, hey, grab that link. Highlight the link and then right click. Yeah, highlight that. You got to get the whole link, though. You got to get all characters. And then right click the link. You don't even have to copy and paste. You can. But
Oh.
it's new technology.
Totally.
Now, this is not Dispatch Center, I don't think.
This is,
No, this is
is
Ship EZ. Wow, okay. But it's the same, more and more technology. This is, I mean, it's, you're right. R. Smith says 5500 are trailer killers. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Right?
Nah.
Any technology, advancement is probably
What do you
good.
think? Yeah, I can't click on it.
But it's, well, you may not be signed up or otherwise. Oh, so do it again.
Well, no, it's
highlight
freedom.
it. Highlight
This is, yeah. Okay.
Go back to
on.
Central. Okay, now.
Highlight it. Okay.
Highlight it and then right click.
Yeah, I did. It says copy or go to.
to.
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah.
Well, it's freedom. So you go in there and you submit your schedule for it and stuff like that. And technically, you don't have to be signed up for freedom. They'll sign you up.
So the thing
Okay,
is,
so
here's
this is
I think
what
here's
we put
the
in
here's
our
the
info.
feedback. If you offer clickable links, you can't have to wait hours for the dispatch.
Right. Right. You're building that load.
That's right. So if you offer the technology, you need to offer the speed along with it.
Right.
And I'll say that's where one dispatch, right? One dispatch, you are going to either get it or not, but you kind of know.
Yeah.
But when you use technology and you still don't know, that's not good. Isn't there a big broker that does that, where you use their load board, you click it, and then you have to wait, or am I wrong on that?
Yes. No, you're right.
Okay.
It's a big broker. You have to wait anywhere from an hour up. Sometimes it goes faster. My complaint with them is, like, if your driver's sitting right there and you're trying to get, like, say a load fell through and this is the only load you can take, and you got to wait an hour, I will even get on the chat line and say, hey, my driver's sitting right there right now. I've got to know if I'm going to get this load. And now you have to wait and chat sometimes almost 30 minutes to even get an answer, because you're number 18 of the list, because they must be only using one person to chat, or, whatever's going on, because they don't answer the phones. I mean, you can call, but you're going to be on hold if they don't hang up on you, because usually after you're on hold for so long with this company, then it finally says, comes on and says something about, we're hanging up now, call back later, or something like that. I don't even attempt it anymore. We just chat instead.
And you know what's really funny on the other side of that coin? While it took forever to get your load, when it's in transit, phone calls constantly.
Yes. Yes. Or email.
Funny, right?
We want to know where the car is at.
Is it possible? Can you move some of the personnel from the call the driver constantly department over to the booking the load department? Is that possible?
I think so. I think that would make more sense. And that would make more sense for a lot of the bigger brokers, because you have that same problem with a lot of the big brokers of not answering the phone, or answering, like, if, for example, a lot of times they forget. I'm not talking about this one in particular, but lot of the big brokers sometimes do not give you the release forms, and you verified it. They never said they needed a release form. All of a sudden your driver shows up and now they need a release form. So you call the broker and the broker's like, oh, let me see what I can do about that. 2 hours later, you might have the release, or you've already canceled the load and moved on because you couldn't get the release. That happens all the time too.
Right, all that consternation over a release form.
Yeah.
And if it's not the release, it's the certificate of insurance. Or you're not using the right app. Right? And around and around it goes.
Yep.
It's a hurricane of craziness.
I totally agree. Yeah.
And if that doesn't get you, then your ELD screws up and they put you out of service.
Absolutely.
I mean, it is nutty. This is a nutty, and yet there are still videos out there telling you how rich you can get. Oh, buddy. Oh, the money's just going to flow like honey. That's what I should call this video. Money flows like honey on Dispatching Live. You know, it is. We're past our 90 minutes. Our time is up.
Okay.
And so I know that it's all downhill from here.
Yes, yes, it is.
Sue, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day.
Yep.
And we really appreciate it.
Okay, no problem.
Murphy Auto Transport Services, thank you so much, guys.
All right, thank you.
All right. All right, so we're gonna say all right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, say goodbye, Sue. You're gonna say goodbye, and then I'm gonna hit the button and the show's over. Ready?
All right.
1, 2, 3, say goodbye, Sue.
Goodbye, Sue. All right. I need someone to call Crossroads.